Hello my people, it's Mansa, don't be lazy. And I had someone in my DMs asking me how to be happy. And I promise I'm actually the right guy to ask for this, because a few months ago, my life was extremely dark. I might have been having what people would perceive as fun. However, on the day-to-day, I was genuinely depressed most days. And nowadays, as in right now, I'm on the way to do a 12-hour shift. It's currently 5:36 a.m. and I'm happy, I'm content. You know, normally going to do a 12-hour shift, you wouldn't be like this. Every single day when I'm driving, I'm grateful, I'm happy. And it's because of a few changes I made. So I'm gonna give you the simple way that I fixed my mental health. That's basically what it is. The reason you're not happy is because your mental health is not being fixed. You can do drugs and try to drown it out. You can drink and try to drown it out. You can do all these things. But if your bottom line of mental health is not fixed, you're not gonna be happy. And if you can't be sober, then that means your mental health is not good. So how did I fix my mental health? First things first is I want you to change your mindset. Let's say I'm wrong, right? I just want you to listen to me. Even if I'm wrong, you need to try it out because you've never tried this method, and or you're obviously not happy and content as you could be. So just try the method. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So what? You lost. You haven't lost anything. So the mindset that you need to change is you need to stop this mindset that you deserve happiness. Growing up, right, as a guy, to be honest, as a guy, we're not really told we deserve happiness. However, they tell us that our feelings are to be heard and all this type of stuff, which is true, by the way. Like, if you're depressed, and that is to be heard. However, your happiness is not something that you deserve. No one deserves happiness out of nowhere. If you're a woman or a child, cool. But as a man, you do not deserve happiness. You have to earn happiness. So I want you to change this mindset and stop thinking that you're allowed to just sit around and drink and smoke because it makes you happy. No one cares if you're happy. You shouldn't be focused on being happy. You should earn happiness. And the way to earn happiness is by going through periods where you're not happy. That's what earning happiness takes and contains. So understanding that you need to earn happiness. Now, how do you earn happiness? Well, the first step of earning happiness is having something to focus on, having a mission, because as a guy, you're not going to feel happy if you're not working towards something. 7 months ago, I quit weed and all drugs, everything, alcohol, weed, 7 months ago. So I've been sober for 7 months, me and my boy, right? And before this, back when I was a little degenerate, right, I would always get this feeling in my heart where it just feels like my heart drops. Like, the only way that I can explain it is, I don't know if you've had this experience, but you know when you're in high school and there's a girl you like, yeah, or your girlfriend in high school, and you see her talking to another guy and your heart drops. That feeling, I would literally get it every like 2 or 3 minutes. Every day for months, I just get boom, my heart would just drop. And it was the worst feeling ever, bro. I swear down. It was literally the worst feeling. And I'd be in bed trying to sleep and my heart would just keep dropping. Like, I won't be able to turn off my phone because I needed something to distract myself from my heart dropping. And it's because, once again, I was trying to be happy in a false way. I was just smoking every single day instead of dealing with the fact that I don't deserve happiness. The weed made me happy in that moment. However, because I didn't earn the happiness, it made me depressed in general. I figured out what my mission was and then literally just made a plan and accountability trackers to take me towards that mission. Now, if you don't know what your mission is, I'm actually going to give you a very simple, specific way to figure out what your mission is. So think about whatever vices that you're falling into. Let's say that you smoke weed. Let's say that you go to the club. Let's say that you gamble. Whatever these vices are, right? Deep down, you're not doing them because the vice is fun. That's not why you're doing it. There's a deep down caveman reason. I want you to imagine yourself as a caveman, right? Why are you drawn to these things? Why are you drawn to weed? What does your caveman brain want? For me, it was comfort. I wanted comfort, bro. I wanted a hug, bro. I'll be honest. That's what it was. And weed makes you feel comfortable. And I wanted to feel comfort in the fact that I knew that the world was messed up and that I knew that I had to work hard to get to a certain position. Otherwise, my life was going to be miserable. But I just didn't want to start doing the work yet. I wanted to lay it off and let me just get high and just think about the work later. So that was the deep down reason. Let's say you gamble. Maybe the deep down reason is because you want to have that feeling of money. Or if you take it back to caveman, you just want to have status. You want to have status. You want to be respected by the cave ladies. You want to be respected by the other caveman in the tribe. Maybe you're addicted to watching porn. Maybe it's not the feeling that you like. Maybe it's the fact that you want a family. But once again, you know that it's not easy to earn a family. You know that you have to, especially in this generation, you have to have a lot of things in place before you can attract a woman. So you're just doing the B-Tech version. Every single vice that you're falling into, there's a deeper reason on why you're doing it. There's a real reason on why you're doing it. Any vice, bro, there's not a single vice you can think of. Even something as small as vaping or smoking a cigarette, You're doing it for a deeper reason. And if you just see it as face value, as I need to quit weed, I need to quit alcohol, I need to quit vaping, gambling, you're not gonna quit. Well, actually, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to say you're not gonna quit, but it's gonna be much harder to quit. However, if you think what is the deeper reason between it, below it, and I need to fix that deeper reason, that's how you fix your entire mental health. And the bottom line of all of these bad issues is bad mental health. It's your mind. It's literally just your mind. And all you need to do is fix that mental health. So yeah, stop thinking you deserve happiness. Now, looking at your bad habits and trying to figure out where they come from, right? All you need to do is try to figure out what you want, bro. Look in the mirror for like 5 minutes, bro. Like, genuinely. You've been watching TikTok, YouTube, brain rotting yourself for God knows how long, bro. When's the last time you looked in the mirror for 5 minutes, bro? And literally just thought, bro. Literally just thought. Not looking in the mirror and singing song lyrics, but literally just thought about where you want to be, bro. You need to see yourself. First of all, you need to see yourself in 10 years. Most people can't imagine themselves in 10 years, right? I can, but most people can't. If you can't imagine yourself in 10 years, imagine yourself in a week. That's what I used to do. I used to write down on my wall, where do you want to be in a week? And then I used to think stronger. So then I'd be like, okay, I have to go to the gym. Smarter. Oh, I don't want to read this, but bro, if I read one page, I'll be a bit smarter. I might as well. You know what I mean? Less degenerate and less lustful. Okay, let me just not watch the corn then, bro. It's really not worth it. I'll be better in a week. So look in the mirror and think, where do I want to be in a week? It's not that hard to visualize where you want to be in a week. And now you just got to think, what do I have to do to get there, right? And this is the way that I want you to think of what do I do to get there? If you had 2 hours in the entire week to dedicate towards this one task, so let's say that task was something simple like getting stronger. If you only had 2 hours a week to dedicate towards that, what are the tangible things you would do? If you had 2 hours a week to dedicate towards getting stronger, you wouldn't spend those 2 weeks, you wouldn't spend those 2 hours watching YouTube videos on the gym. Maybe you'd spend 10 minutes, or maybe before you do your set, you'd watch a TikTok on how to do that specific workout, but you wouldn't spend that 2 hours just watching Sam Sulek, would you? So for whatever you do for those 2 hours, that is what you need to do tangibly to improve, right? Weed out all the BS. Let's say you wanted to grow a YouTube channel and you had 2 hours a week to do it. What would you spend those 2 hours a week doing? You would not spend that 2 hours a week reading comments or changing your profile picture. You'd spend that 2 hours a week recording, editing, scripting. That's it. That's what you'd spend those 2 hours up and posting as well, which takes 10 seconds. So you need to think of the tangible things that are going to get you towards those goals that you made. Now you just need to go through these first couple of weeks of reading out the BS and just truly believing that any amount of sadness you feel within these first few weeks of cutting out these bad habits, of focusing on your mental health, is going to be gone. It's going to be gone in the future. You just need to have faith and believe. Do you believe that quitting these bad habits is going to make you a better person? Do you believe that quitting these bad habits is going to make you a better person? If you don't, well, then that's just stupid. Like, you know it is going to make you a better person. You know it's going to make you feel better. So if you say you don't, you're just coping, right? You know it's going to make you feel better. You just are scared to go through that first couple of weeks. And I've been there. I was there for years, bro. I was scared to go through that first couple of weeks. And I kept getting bored and going back to the bad habits. But if you have a mission, if you have something to dedicate your life towards, if you see a vision of yourself in 6 months of a better person, a person who's not grasped by a plant anymore, or grasped by corn or a YouTube videos on the line, which you can't stop watching, then all you have to do is go through a little week or two of that improvement, bro. Detox your mind. Stop doing the really degenerate bad habits. Like, cut out the top 3 bad ones, right? The ones that are spending most of your time. Let's say you can't stop scrolling yet. That's fine. We'll stay sober at least, right? Let's say the alcohol and the weed are destroying you the most. Cut them 2 out, bro. Cut them out and replace it with scrolling. It's still a degenerate thing. However, it's going to be way better for you to do something that's a less level of degeneracy. And eventually, because you're sober, you're going to get bored of all the other levels of degeneracy. And then the only thing that's going to be fun to you is building your life. So yeah, every now and then you might have a day off where you sit down. Even in that day, you're still going to work, to be honest, right? Because you're going to be bored. However, on your day-to-day, you're going to be happy because you're always constantly going to have a mission. It's going to make you more confident. It's going to make you more happy. It's going to make you have better speech. I couldn't speak properly when I was high every day. Now my speech is immaculate. It's going to make you a better person, a better thinker, a better person as well, by the way. When you're high all the time, when you have bad mental health, you're only focused on yourself when you have bad mental health. Obviously you are, because your world feels like it's falling apart. So you don't have the energy or the effort to help other people or to give people brighten their day, make them better. When you start to fix your own mental health, people around you are going to be drawn towards you because they're going to see that you're a person who has fixed his own mind and can now live outwardly and is not stuck inside their own mind. But anyway, I'm getting close to work. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, do all of that. If you're not subscribed with post notifications on, what are you doing, bro? I know you're subscribed to some degenerate YouTubers, but you're not subscribed to the guy who's actually helping you, bro. What the hell? What do you think you're doing, bro? Genuinely, bro. No. Let me speak to you genuinely. Why are you subscribed with notifications on some degenerate that's not helping you, but you're not going to subscribe? Anyway, you know what to do. Do all that stuff. And remember, there is a time and place for each emotion over laziness. Don't be lazy.